Okay, so this is a little peeking into one of my friends, although we don't talk much at the moment, so I don't know if we're still friends. Anyways, I just asked the card how he's doing. Right after that, he's nostalgic, he wants to reach out, and he's heartbroken. He wants fairness and justice, maybe bring stability in the family, and he's spying on someone or something. So let's go back for first part though. So the Six of Cups is nostalgia and reminiscing of the past, the good old friendships and things that we had in the past, and it's clarified by the Six of Swords, so moving to calmer waters from a difficult situation of whatever's happening in his life. Eight of Wands, he wants to communicate, travel maybe, something fast-paced, energetic, determined, like let's do this, go, go, go. And it's about collaboration and growing together, forging alliances. With the Three of Pentacles, it's all three parties bring something to the table to make something bigger, better project. And this could relate to somebody from his past towards whom he may be wanting to go or actually going. There is also the heartbreak with the Three of Swords, because something ended, something felt like a conclusion, a wrap-up, a chapter ending, and that left him with empty sense of burden, holding on to his pain like to their life. And because of this heartbreak and this ending that maybe he was not totally fine with, he now sees or sees the value in justice and balance, and is expecting a return on investment in regards of that balance and justice, because something was not exactly equal in the past situation, which we see here in part 1. As you can see, the scales are not exactly, this one is just a smidget higher, this is lower, so bringing perfect balance, and he's waiting his ships to come back, so maybe he thrown out a line or something and just waiting communication or good news or something. There's either a current happy situation to which the Sword of Truth and Clarity has smacked down, or he wants to bring this clarity and justice to a current familial situation with the Ten of Pentacles. But in either case, with the Page of Swords, there's a bit of spying, a bit of collecting information with curiosity, and maybe to drown those, he's, as per usual, drowning in work. The Eight of Pentacles is mastering something. As you can see, the pentacles behind him, they're all a little different because he's trying to find the perfect technique to make something, so either a new skill or enforcing past ones. It's all about work, keeping our focus on something material and grounded, to not think of something that is haunting his mind. And normally I would have ended there, but then the next card is from the bottom of the deck, the Lovers, Death, and the Queen of Cups, which is a choice between two people, addiction, toxicity, and probably in regards to somebody who's deeply caring, loving, intuitive, who's a bit maybe shy and meek. So I want to explore the rest of the deck, but do like we had above with technically top of the deck and bottom of the deck. So I'm going to put this away and put this up top. I'm just going to keep the order just in case we need to get back. So, oh, look at that. The Two of Cups is a significant partnership. New opportunities. Oh, and the Magician. That's normally his card because he's pretty creative. Anyway, so these were at the bottom of the deck. I'm just gonna place them there. And reverse steady. Let's see what we have for the second part. And I see some cards are always coming back. I mean, you know, when we don't learn the lesson or we're not able to move on, we get stalker cards. Anyway, so the Two of Cups doubled by the Lovers. This is holy fucking shit, mate. This is your soulmate, potentially your twin flame, your tribe family, someone extremely significantly important in your life. And if I recall, the first two cards in this position were the past and moving away. So did you move away from somebody from your past, or did somebody from your past move away from you? In either case, this caused, or the lack of communication or communication with this person caused the, wait, so like that. Maybe just yeah. So I don't get shit more clearly. Okay, like this. So, communication or lack thereof communication caused a heartbreak, and maybe he was too slow, and on her side it was like, bro, we're done, I'm good, I'm closing this chapter. But yeah, so this was something definitely significant and quite important. My friend is now feeling the whole, with the Nine of Swords, is restless nights, anxiety. As you can see, he's not too happy. He's just like on his knees and everything's lost. But there's a shimmer of hope with the Knight of Pentacles, except this knight is not even on his horse. He's contemplating his suit's representation, the pentacle, but he's sitting on a piece of fence or whatever that little stone marble thing is. He's taking a rest. He's making a plan on how to move towards this Queen of Cups, because I mean, okay, so the Nine of Swords is already a freaking bad card, but then to be mixed with the fucking devil, it's like, holy shit, mate. Either he's indulging in questionable substances, or he is locked and sort of trapped himself in toxic thoughts, behaviors, patterns. There's like a sense of not getting out of something bad and just awful. Although yeah, this is your like the middle energy, but it's surrounded by beautiful things. Like the past was absolutely a dream, and the future, although it's absolute insane slow progress, there's she still, whoever this Queen of Cups is, she still loves him. So there is hope if he could get on his horse and start to move. Although, I mean, it's not like she's in a rush either to receive his whatever offer or commitment or word or news or anything. So maybe he enjoys being in this solitary, trapped, mental prison situation. I don't know, we don't talk. Okay, next part. We have the King of Wands. So he does have, so there is, first off, there is evolution upgrade from the knight to the king. So there is, knights are usually just like, I wouldn't say wanderers, but mainly on the road doing tasks, whereas the king is settled in his kingdom and giving orders and seeing that everything is done and everything is going good. And the King of Wands is a very go-getter energy, like passion fueled and everything, doubled by the Chariot card. This guy is ready for action. There is a hope for a new opportunity, stability, being grounded, and with the Magician sort of ending this top section, is the King of Wands manifesting through the power of the Magician this new opportunity, or is it just the Magician being afraid and not seeing clearly with the moon energy? Let's get back here. So this king has the passion, the will, the sheer drive, and he also has a chariot, which is moving to victory, focus, knowing where to go. As you can see, normally the two horses are going into the separate direction, but these are pretty much aligned in the same direction. It's only a question of how fast you want to go, how determined you are, because victory is at your reach. But then in the middle section, the heart of the matter is this new opportunity, but clarified by the Five of Swords, which is a bit of a petty energy. This guy will do anything to win, even if it's absolutely unfair to the others. Hence why the two figures in the back are walking away from the lead character in the card, who is hugging all the swords. So is this new opportunity selfish, painful, hurtful? Is this why he feels trapped and bound and sort of giving into his worst temptations or behaviors or patterns with the Devil card? It's left to be known. So then, the Magician has the power to manifest what he wants, what he imagines. He's like, I think, therefore I am. He has all the tools. He's creative. He's practical. Sort of, he has the idea. He has the plan. He has the tool. He can make shit happen. But he's clarified by the moon, so he's being secretive, maybe deceitful. If I read in conjecture with the Five of Swords, is he afraid or is he hiding something because his road to victory needs to be secret at the moment? And is this causing him anguish and pain because he secretly wants this Queen of Cups, but he's slow to move there because situations, maybe it's that family situation with we had the Ten of Pentacles And the Ace of Swords, so is he cutting his family, or is there a new clarity in his family situation that brings him in this very negative mental headspace at the moment? Let's keep on. So I will put these here. And let's pull the next ones. Stability. Oh, interesting. Emotional stability too, not only financial. And holy fuck, the Emperor. So he's definitely mastering his own universe. So we had the King of Wands. Now we have, which is passion and sort of making sure that things are done. Pentacles is security, being grounded, laying foundation. King of Cups is emotions, intuition, and expressing oneself. And the Emperor is the penultimate incarnation of all four kings, including the King of Swords. The Emperor is all about reigning, stability, making sure that everybody is content and doing its duty or job or assignment or whatever. Someone's being defensive, someone has or needs strength to carry on, and someone has a bit of hope and is in the process of healing something. So now I'm gonna flip. We have Judgment for second chances, the Hermit seeking advice and guidance within herself, retrieving in silence, Eight of Cups walking away from situation. We have, oh interesting, the Queen of Pentacles. So are you defending or are you bullied by the Queen of Pentacles? The Wheel of Fortune, and again a nice little card to finish this section with the Four of Wands. So then let's get back to section 1. Well, actually at this point it's more like section 3. So someone has had a renewal of financial opportunity. Someone is working hard on grounding themselves, of having financial stability, laying foundations, being emotionally in tune and balanced, and with the Emperor sort of solidifying all these energies and being that penultimate reliable, mature, responsible man that one needs to be to progress in life at all aspects. With the Judgment, there is like a sense of renewal, a breath of fresh air. It's a second chance. It's the trumpets of God, like calling the past. Like, so these people normally are like dead and they are resurrecting. In combination with the King of Pentacles, it's like this whole new financial abundance, new potential, laying new foundations. This time it's solid, it's concrete, it's anchored, but also he's working himself alone on his emotional well-being, his emotional stability. He now has a cup of love to offer to whoever he decides deserves that, because he has seen the light within himself. The Emperor told him or suggested to walk away from what no longer serves him and found a new path, maybe. If something was toxic or demanding or unreasonable, a strong leader will advise you to take action against it. In this case, the action was walking away and defend yourself, or defending against if this Queen of Pentacles was potentially toxic to him or not. Because the Seven of Wands, as you can see, is one man against the other wands. He's on top of the hill, so he has like the better position, but he's still alone. So any of these wands could like swoop in and like do a trick and make him lose his balance, but he's keeping a very cautious eye on all those wands. And what is he defending himself against? A Queen of Pentacles. So this normally is a regal, nurturing, grounded, loving woman who is more like all about the family life, like foundations, cooking, a happy home, a beautiful home. She loves her luxury. She's a bit extra. She likes, the good life, being spoiled and spoiling others. But she can also be like any good things. When you fall on the excessive side of things, this can become a burden because you're trapped in always wanting more and more and more. So he's walking away and he's defending himself against potentially this energy. But he also has a newfound strength, a new inner peace and balance to confront this potential toxic energy. And with the Wheel of Fortune, it feels like his luck has changed. The gods are favoring him. His luck is turning in for the better, confirmed by both the Four of Wands and the Star. So the Star is about hope and healing, wishing upon a star. The Star comes after the Tower card. So the Tower is destruction of old foundations, and the Star is a sense of rebirth, like the Judgment, but she already exists. It's not like a total death and rebirth. I'm giving you hope to rebuild after destruction of what just happened. Keep hope because things can be mended and can be salvaged. And being clarified by the Four of Wands, what can be salvaged is that happy new house, castle, which if we go back to the first card, here we had a house and now he has the potential of having a whole castle to him. Oh, and I just spotted the King of Swords, so we'll go for round 4. I'm just gonna obviously put this away in the same order so I can always get back to them later on if I need to, though I doubt. And let's flip the deck. So this is the top one. Emotional fulfillment. Oh, here's the Tower that I spoke of. Some revelation happened, then there was a whole lot of regret and shit. And here we have the Queen of Wands. The Page of Pentacles and the Empress. Oh, interesting. The Empress showing up. From the bottom we have the Seven of Pentacles, the King of Swords, the Queen of Swords, happiness with the Three of Cups, the Page of Cups, and the Six of Pentacles, and I'm spying with my eye. Ace of Cups, new emotional offer, choices, illusions, secrets, intuition, choices, change, endings, and this is hell of an ending with the 10. No, is it the 10? Yeah, the 10 of Swords. Going to get what I want. This could be a little selfish energy though. Bragging, rushing, dashing in, stress, burdens, but victories overall. Whew, okay. Let's hope my phone will not abandon me. So either there was emotional fulfillment or he is pondering on how to make that happen, because the Seven of Pentacles, this card, is perseverance and work. So some work has been done, some foundation has been put in place, and he's now waiting for the crops to be too ripe, so to collect them and see how that can bring him emotional abundance and happiness and stability. But at the center of this section we have the Tower and the Queen of Swords. So the Tower is upheaval, change, sudden change, destruction of weak foundations, some truth was spilled, something was said or done that caused the fall of somebody's world or universe. And it may have been brought on by a King of Swords, which is that sort of guy that doesn't show emotion as much as the King of Cups. This is all head and logic over heart and emotion. He's, as you can see, very stern, cold. These are the facts. This guy is actually the closest to the Emperor, because the Emperor is also sort of a bit cold-ish. And it's interesting because here he is with his divine counterpart, the Queen of Swords, which is no bullshit. She will cut a bitch in pieces if she has to. She's also more head over heart, but she's protecting herself because she has been hurt. And speaking of hurt, somebody is, to quote one of my favorite YouTubers, crying over spilled milk. Although those 3 cups are in fact fallen and empty of their content, there is 2 behind him that he is not seeing or not acknowledging with respect to the Queen of Swords. So maybe this woman cut him out of her life, but there is still a bit of hope with those 2 cups. So not everything is lost. Next chapter section, Queen of Wands and 3 of Cups. So somebody who is a bit extra, life's the party, Leo energy, sort of like the star of the show, living her best life with her friends, celebration. Sorry, not a worry in the world. Then we have 2 pages. Pages are about communication, immature communication. There's a new offer, both emotional and not monetary, but something more grounded, more substantial, more solid. But it's in French I would say balbutiement. It's like the first initial thought, the whispers, the laying of the plan. So it's very immature energy. And all this whole beautiful section is ended by the Empress, the mother of the Tarot, who is now being even more generous than she already is as the Empress energy herself. She is nurturing, she is motherly, she is feminine, she is the incarnation of beauty and abundance, and she's being generous by giving back even though she doesn't have to, because that's how she is, that is who she is. She's just a loving, nurturing energy. And so we're back. I just wanted to finish the last bit of the stack that I had from my cards. This is the previous bit. So yeah, I don't know if I babbled and my phone didn't record some stuff because I was reaching the max of 29 minutes. But yeah, so with the 2 of Swords, we have an indecision regarding a new emotional offer, represented by the Ace of Cups. Somebody is looking at things from a different perspective with the Hanged Man, because he's confronted with choices, options, illusions. With the Seven of Cups, not everything that glimmers is gold, so make the right choice. The Ace of Wands clarified by the High Priestess. There's a new sense of divine insight, clarity, passion, a new so Ace of Wands is literally like a creative passion, a new source of spark. It's like the aha moment. And the High Priestess is the maiden, the subconscious. She hides her secrets and her knowledge, so she asks you to trust your intuition. So these two combined is like there is a new spark of inspiration or something, but it potentially hidden, or there's a new way of someone understanding their own intuition, their own psyche, their own inner self, and that may help them make the appropriate choice between two concepts in regards of your emotional offer, because they see things clearer in a new sparking new aha moment when they are confronted with the illusion of choices, or choices depending on what the situation is really like, because this can be illusion and choices. That's the beauty of tarot. It adapts to your situation. In the second part, there was conflict, there was fight, and somebody is contemplating which way to go. Do I stay? Do I leave? Left or right? It's all about the choices. And this is also interesting. In the middle section, we have the sun, clarity, abundance, joy, satisfaction, blissfulness. It's the best card of the deck, clarified by that. So happiness, clarity, and fulfillment, blissfulness might come after moving away from something or ending something, changing something. Something has to die in order for the sun to rise, and a new opportunity to rise and exist. Also confirmed by the Ace of Wands. And this section ends with the Seven of Swords, sneaking, cheating, lying, selfishness, and the Ten of Swords, which is backstabbing. Normally, the Ten of Swords is a guy laying on the ground, dead, 10 swords in his back. But here in this tarot Alchemia, he is standing and he's holding or dropping. He is the one pushing the sword in his own shadow. So is this self-sabotage? Or is this person sneakily self-sabotaging himself, or putting an end to his shadow self, which is another way I can read this card, because the active human on which the light is shining is stabbing the shadow self with the 10 swords. So maybe he's ending this whole sense of useless fights and indecisiveness to bring clarity to a situation by killing his own shadow self, which was the sneaking, cheating, lying, selfish person who is not recommendable. And so the last bit, the night. Oh, we have 2 nights and a bit of stress. Fulfillment, holding on, and again the duality of balancing in this case. Burden and stress, but victory, and just a little last stretch to hold on to. Okay, so next little bit. The Knight of Wands wants to rush in, but he's doing stuff for the wrong reasons. He's a bit selfish and full of himself. Clarified by the Nine of Cups, it's a wish fulfillment. He's comfortable, he's content, he doesn't need anything else or anybody else. Well, he could have that 10th cup to have the emotional bliss and fulfillment, but as a 9, he's pretty solid on his own. The Knight of Swords is dashing into something, maybe to free this sense of being trapped and stressed and bound and literally not seeing. But he's clarified by the Four of Pentacles, so he's grounded and he's holding on to something. He's holding on to his passion to rush in without a plan, because he's very action driven, he seeks mental clarity, whereas the Eight of Swords is mental entrapment. This person has put himself in this stressful situation and he needs to balance out something, keep things in harmony and balance to be able to move forward. Because we have here two energies wanting to move forward, but majority is standing still in one way or another, comfortable, afraid to let something go, needing to balance, feeling trapped. The energy of wanting to move is not enough confronted with everything that is blocking those two energies. In the final segment, here we have the Ten of Wands, which is the maximum amount of wands, but it's also stress and burdens and weight, and it's one man having to carry all that load in his arms, on his shoulders by himself. So yes, on one hand, he can present himself as this fulfilled, content, single, energy striving, living his best life. Again, it's the nine. Both sections starts with an energy of being single. The Nine of Cups is being emotionally content on their own, and here he is financially independent and content on his own. But it's also a weight on him with the Wands. I notice also that this is interesting. The following card here is holding on to material possessions or truths or something. A bit of a hoarding, but also a bit of a I'm not telling you how I feel or what I want. And here in the second section, we have insatisfaction. Is it because he's holding on and doesn't want to let go? Or is it because the options in front of him are not satisfying and he's not seeing the divine offer behind him, clarified by the Six of Wands, which is success, recognition, happiness, triumph, the hero coming home and in the praise of the cheering crowd. And we end here, the Eight of Swords, being trapped, feeling trapped, being bound, having to juggle something. And in this section, the Nine of Wands is the wounded soldier, having to defend, having to give just a little bit more energy to the fight, to the way home. Just hold on there, keep your guard. The fight is almost over, but it requires just a little bit more. And that is clarified by the Five of Pentacles, feeling left out in the cold. But as you can see, these two people are together. Even though they're outside, there is hope if they just reach the door of the church and they're loyal to each other. So whatever this holding on to, which holding on but in a selfish way, and here having to hold on for dear life for the last little stretch of the road. It seems hard, it seems like he's alone, but in fact somebody is with him, and it's in his reach. If he just looks around, the offer is just behind him. Okay, last bit. Communication, balance, resting. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so new beginning, traditions, and a new emotional offer, but in a very romantic way. So the Page of Wands, he knows what he wants and he knows how to get it, and he will go get it. With the Fool, it's a double energy of being, the word in French insouciant comes to mind, so it's like carefree and joyous and light, and he's just ready to jump into the world. Like there's no bias, no fear, no apprehension, nothing is holding him back. He's ready to go, fueled by the optimism and the fearless energy of the Page of Wands. But before that, there's a sense of, and here both these cards are in the same overall energy, there's a need of healing, restoring balance, and balancing something. So transforming two things into one, to heal the body and the mind. Especially with the swords, it's a resting, a respite, but of the mind, because swords are element of thought and air. So the Temperance being clarified by the Hierophant, which is the religious authority figure, the wise man, the preacher, the church. This guy, he relies on what has been proven over time, what is work, because ancestors have tried it out. He's also the bridge between the people and the Holy Spirit. The keys are the keys from heaven and hell. It's again, or both, or two choices, depending on how you see it. So the Hierophant clarifying Temperance. Someone has to look at the divine, or maybe prayer, or whatever their system of belief is, to find inner peace and inner balance, to heal the mind, to be able to start that new journey, because the Knight of Cups is there to bring a new emotional offer. It's a bit more solid than the Page, which is about communication. This is a solid offer. The Knight has a chance to evolve into either the Queen or most likely the King, because he's a male character. So it's at that middle point where I am ready, but I need a little more time, a little more healing, a little more stability, a little more balance, a little more alchemy to balance out my body, my mind, my soul, my heart, and really rest. Take a deep breath. Everything's okay. The divine is with me. I'm being protected. I'm ready for this new journey. I just need a little more time. But it's a beautiful ending overall. And that was it. So this was basically one question: how is my friend doing? And we've been through the whole deck of the Tarot Alchemia, which is from Japan, and it just came a couple days ago, and I'm just so excited to use it. So, hope you're doing well. See you later. Ciao.